Hello, welcome back to Pokemon Blue. The grind continues once again. I had some work being done by the ISP yesterday, so internet connection, very intermittent, not really conducive to live streaming. So we had to skip out on yesterday. If you're watching the VOD, of course, that's not really going to be anything you notice, I don't think. But that should be all sorted now. We should be good to stream. Gave me the chance to work on a different project that I've got in the pipe. Not sure if I want to run it alongside the streams or... Ooh, Supersonic, that's not fun. Or just to do it for a little while instead of the streams. We'll see. Got a video series I think I want to try and do. So I have to start work on that. And that is a crit. That's a crit. Alright, we've been hitting through this confusion. Hoping we don't get messed up on Jinx. Hope people will be confused no more. Confused. Oof, not what I want to see. Okay, double slap is okay. It's not Ice Punch, it's okay. Okay, confused no more, there we go. Yeah, got a video project I've been doing some work on. Started doing some recording and thumbnail making yesterday. I'm liking where it's going. It's going to be a little, well, not a little bit different, quite a bit different from this sort of streaming stuff, but it's something I feel is better suited to doing videos instead of live streams. So that's the way I'm going to do that. So stay tuned, I guess. Been working on some general channel stuff, like actually getting a profile picture. I think I want to start putting that up after I'm done grinding in Blue. Maybe once I move on to Stadium, I'll put up like a profile picture and like a banner or something. I've got the profile picture pretty much down. It's just deciding what exactly precisely I want to do for a banner. Got some ideas, though. But that's still pretty far along in the pipe. Throw some money at the Hitmonlee. And then swap for the Onyx. Just want to get through these as quickly as we can. We could try and throw a bunch of paydays at the Onyx. They could probably take quite a few, but it'd be a little too slow. We get more money from just beating the fights. But we'll sneak in some extra paydays here and there. Alright, let's hope for no submission. Or a miss from submission. That'd be nice. Alright, there's the X-Defend. Lovely. Bruno bringing out his spouse, the X-Defend. But it was not enough. Why, how could I lose? Truly, this is the greatest of mysteries, Bruno. Go ahead and give you an egg. And I shall leave Bruno to ponder this mystery with his intellectual equals here. Alright. It's time for Agatha, my favorite Elite Four member, because if you mispronounce her name a little bit and say Agatha, it sounds like Daffy Duck having a stroke. And you know, when you're doing this over and over, you gotta find the joy wherever you can. Gotta find joy in those little stupid things. That's where I choose to find it. The idea of a beloved cartoon character going through a grievous medical emergency. Alright, the Golbat, with the loveliest sprite in Gen 1. Let me tell you what. Gonna go ahead and bite that. Just like Ozzy. Alright, this Haunter will go down to 1 wing attack. Just like that. Throw down a bite on the snake. A little bit of a role reversal there. Usually it's the snake doing the biting. And then, lastly, this Gengar. Unfortunately, cannot be consistently one-shot with wing attack. We have to risk it on fly. But you can miss. It didn't yet. It can still happen. That Gengar knows some pretty nasty moves. It's got a Confuse Ray, it's got Toxic, all sorts of fun stuff. Alright, go ahead and swap you to the front. Take the long walk to Lance's room. And Lance is swanky. He gets a hallway. Nobody else gets a hallway. In fact, they just shove the champion into Lance's broom closet. Lance has very, very generously decided to shut up. I appreciate that, Lance. Let's get right to the fight, huh? Let's get to the point. Let's get down to business. Let's see if these Dragonaires, and I guess to an extent, if my Persian wants to cooperate today. Alright, will we see a Hyper Potion? We do see a Hyper Potion. We can get up to 3 hits of Payday off of each of these Dragonaires. And there's the crit. So we got 2. It's not the worst outcome. The worst outcome is critting on the first hit and just one-shotting it. Not a huge deal if that happens. Alright, nice miss from Hyper Beam. Always a lovely thing to see. Alright, we get Aerodactyl up here. Unironically, has a pretty slick sprite. Not gonna lie. Go ahead and surf that. Fill up his charming little underbite with a whole bunch of water. And now for the real meat and potatoes of this fight. Throwing money at the Dragonite. I like to imagine we're bribing it to go away. Let's see. So we want to use 2 Paydays on this Dragonite. We want 3 power points of Payday going into the fight with the rival. Alright, there's Barrier. That is actually the move we want to see first. Alright, Hyper Potion. But I believe we have 3 power points on Payday. We'll go ahead and use Slash. Which, thankfully, critical hits ignore stat changes. So that's a one-shot. Now, why, oh why, could we want to have, you know, a few power points of Payday going into the fight with the rival? Well, I will tell you. I will tell you. You see, the rival... Mercury's in front when you don't need to swap anything around. The rival leads with Pidgeot, and Pidgeot knows Mirror Move. So if we use Payday, and we don't one-shot that Pidgeot, and then it uses Mirror Move, we essentially get an extra Payday. Just free of charge. And granted, it's only going to be an extra 122 Pokebucks. But you know what? Every little bit is going to add up. So we will gladly take that extra 122 Pokebucks. Well, let's see if it cooperates first. It's like a 1 in 4 shot to do this. There we go! There's the mirror move. Coins scattered everywhere. So bear in mind, we're using 3 mirror moves during this fight. And how mirror move works is it basically gives you double your level in cash. So every time we use mirror move, we get an extra 200 Pokebucks. That Pidgeot was level 161. Not 161, 61. So double its level is going to be 122. So we'll get 600 from us using Payday, plus 122 from it using Payday, for 722 Pokebucks instead of 600. It's not much. It really isn't. But again, with the amount of times we're going to be going through these fights, it's going to eventually add up to something. And I will take every little bit of lubrication to get this run going a little bit faster. Not gonna lie, I think swearing off exploits might have been a mistake. Getting all these stat boosters for all these teams in Stadium legit. It's been an adventure. I think we first beat the Elite Four at like 25-ish hours, and now we're almost at like 170. It's been a ride. It has certainly been a ride. Alright, so, Big Guy's gonna complain that he lost. It is over already. 722. There it is. So we do get that little bit extra from the Pidgeot, if it uses Mirror Move. It's not much. It's really not. But, you know, every little bit adds up. Also, we're fast-forwarding through the credits. We have seen them so many times at this point. So many times. You know, I'm not going to fast-forward through the fights or the gameplay, but the credits, we've seen the credits. We let them play the first time we beat the game. You know, the developers got their time in the sun. But now it's time to get down to business. It's time to get some shit done. Because I'm eager. I am eager to someday move on to Stadium. Let all these teams that I've been working so very hard to raise finally make their debuts in 3D. In glorious Nintendo 64 3D. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful moment. Alright, there's Aurora Beam. Will we get the attack drop? No. So if we get our attack dropped, at any point before we fight the Jinx, we will not be able to consistently one-shot it with Payday. If our attack drops even once, we can't one-shot that Jinx with Payday. So preferably, when we eventually get to Slowbro, thankfully that's only 2 hits on Spike Cannon there, hopefully the Slowbro decides to use Withdraw a whole bunch. So we get more shots on it with Payday. And hopefully we don't crit it. That could be unfortunate. Okay, Growl failed. That's okay. Let's see. And a crit. Okay. So I wouldn't say this fight's going super well. It's going okay. It's not the worst. But yeah, we want to one-shot this Jinx. It knows Ice Punch. And that's some bad news. This Lapras, it knows Blizzard. Blizzard is nuts in Gen 1. I'm not fucking around with it. And since Payday cannot one-shot it, I think maybe even with a crit it can't. But yeah, we're just using Slash, getting it down, and moving on. We can make up some of those lost Paydays in Bruno and Lance. And potentially the rival, too. If we have extra paydays, we can use them on, like, the Gyarados, or the Charizard, or the Exeggutor. I'd prefer not to, but, you know, we can do that. That's an option. There are backups. There are ways around our predicament. Alright, and then Hitmonchan has a whole bunch of elemental punches, and Payday will not consistently one-shot it, so we're slashing this too. I think this Hitmonchan has actually frozen me more times than any of Agatha's Pokemon have. Which, I mean, not Agatha, Lorelai's. How dare I sully the name of dearest Agatha by confusing her with Lorelai. Yeah, that Hitmonchan frozen me more times than any of Lorelai's Pokemon. Well, certainly frozen me more times than any of Agatha's Pokemon as well. I mean, I suppose that's technically correct. Which, you know, is the best kind of correct. Alright, Onyx the Second is down. Swap back over to Mercury. Hopefully we don't get a crit on submission. It's always a good strategy, just hope everything goes well. Leer, that's fine. As long as we don't get a Gen 1 miss. It can happen. It has happened. I've seen it. It's a little sad every time it does. Seeing Payday Gen 1 miss, knowing you're missing out forever on those 200 Pokebucks. Is that the correct term, by the way? Pokebucks? That's what I've been calling them. That's what rolls off the tongue for me. Pokemon lore masters out there. Are they Pokebucks? Is there, like, an official name for the currency in Pokemon? So until I get it corrected, I'm just going to call them Pokebucks. Casually going to speed through good old Agatha here. Agatha! 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 I just can't unhear it. I'm sorry. I cannot. It's Daffy Duck, and he's having a stroke right in front of me. It's such an immersive sound. Agatha! 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 Really puts you there in the moment. So evocative. Ah, yes. Anything to fill time during the non-event that is this fight. Well, we're getting to an event, I guess. Fly could miss. And that could be fun. It didn't miss this time. It can. Eventually I'm going to say, Fly's not going to miss, and it'll miss. As if on cue. Agatha casually saying that we should be riding the short bus. Alright, go ahead and swap Mercury back to the front. And once again, we're back at Lance. Back again already. I have come to plunder your treasure hoard. I've come to trunder your pleasure hoard. You know, why have a treasure hoard when you could have a pleasure hoard? Is that what you call like a porn collection? A pleasure hoard? That's what the kids are calling it these days. No, not Payday, Slash. We could Payday this Gyarados. It's not especially scary, but the Dragonairs and Dragonite are definitely safer. Like, if this thing gets, like, a Hyper Beam off, there's a good chance it'll do less damage than Dragon Rage would. Which, you know, is a set 40 damage. And I always find that amusing. Seeing, you know, Hyper Beam do that. We'll see if we even get the chance to demonstrate it, though. Oh, agility. That was a choice. You're not going to outspeed this Persian. You can't do it, Lance. Like, maybe at some point, several levels ago, this Aerodactyl might have, but... not anymore. The level 100 Persian is quite a difficult thing to catch. Alright, and then back over to said Persian. Welcome back to the fight. Throw money at the dragon. Barrier, nice. Always nice to see barrier. Lets us use more paydays. Hyper Beam. That's actually okay. It's actually okay. Even if it crits, it's not something to be terribly afraid of. Alright, so I think we have 4 power points of payday left. Bit of an awkward position to be in. I think we'll use our spare power point of payday on the rival's Gyarados. I don't want to risk getting Fire Spin on Charizard. And Hypnosis and Barrage on Executor are kind of annoying. I'd rather not deal with those if I can avoid that. So, Gyarados it is. Hello again, big guy. It's always a pleasure to see you. Alright, will this Pidgeot cooperate again? You saw it once, we could see it twice. Nope, Whirlwind. That's fine. That's okay. Coins scattered everywhere. Less coins than there could have been. As the kids say, sad boy hours. It's okay, we shall cheer ourselves up by throwing money at the Spoon Man. Hello, Spoon Man. Goodbye, Spoon Man. Word to the wise, carrying spoons around is not a personality trait. You know, we could also use up our spare paydays on this Rhydon. We'd probably get quite a few off, but again, kind of a slow thing to do. Alright, so... yes, switch to Mercury. I don't think this Executor actually knows any Grass-type moves. Could be wrong, but I don't think it really does. I mean, it's a great Pokemon if you got a good moveset for it. The one I have on mine is slightly suboptimal. Hydro Pump, that should be okay. Even if it's not, we got all of our paydays off, so it doesn't really matter if Mercury faints at this point or not. That Psychic TM was needed elsewhere, because we're doing this without exploits. So we get 1 Psychic TM, and that went to an Abra. Alright, and that's Big Guy. Down for the 2nd time today. That Abra in Petit Cup. Is it Petit Cup? Petit Cup? Whichever. In the totally not Little Cup. That Abra's gonna kick some ass. Hopefully. I mean, Psychic is a very potent type in Gen 1. And a very potent move. And it gets Stab. So, it's going to demolish quite a few things in the Little Cup. That's the designated dumping spot for Abra and Ghastly, because I can't evolve them to Gengar and Alakazam. So I may as well use them in that cup instead. Let's see, you're good to go. Lovely. Round 3, fight! Yeah, it's funny, Pika Cup, which is level 15 to 20, that's basically all Pokemon that can evolve early, usually through like stones and stuff. And then Petit Cup is all just over-leveled little Pokemon. Oh, there's a crit to start things off. Lovely. Yeah, in later generations, they changed Little Cup to be basically newly hatched Pokemon, like level 5. Do not like Clamp. I don't like it. I don't want it. Give it back. Take it back. I don't want it. So, if and when we ever decide to do Gen 2, which would not be for a long time from now, would not at least have to grind up any of those Pokemon in terms of level. Let's see what the Brother of Slowness has in store for us this time. I want to see Withdraw. I know you know it. Alright, we're just gonna crit it. Sure, why not? Fuck it. Fuck it. Alright. Just gonna one-shot this Jinx with Payday. Yeah, Gen 2 may or may not happen. Something I did test yesterday is whether or not you can use a ROM of Vietnamese Crystal with the US release of Stadium 2. The sad answer is you cannot. So we cannot use Vietnamese Crystal Pokemon in Stadium 2. I was thinking that might be a fun way to shake, this kind of playthrough up, doing it in Vietnamese Crystal. But if we can't import them to Stadium 2, there's not really a point. But honestly, if I do something like that, I don't think I'd want to do it in Crystal. Just like I'm not doing this in Yellow. I mean, that special Pikachu might have been nice for Little Cup. So I think it learns Thunderbolt at like 26, which is like prime, Little Cup level. That's a good move to have in that context. I just don't like that whole thing of like, oh, you're a special trainer with a... No, don't use Payday. You're a special trainer with a special Pikachu. Or in Crystal, it's like, oh, you've got this special connection to this legendary Pokemon, Suicune. No. I'm just a guy. I'm just a random-ass guy. And I rose out of anonymity to become the Pokemon Master. I wasn't some special child destined for greatness. It could have all gone wrong, went wrong, but it didn't. I don't know. I just find kind of like Chosen One kind of stuff kind of insulting to like the people you're telling are the Chosen One. Like the only thing that matters about you is your destiny, not like your own efforts to realize it. Kind of cheapens it if it's like completely foretold, Oh, there's submission. Okay, we didn't get a crit. That's nasty if it does crit. That's gotta go through like 3 dice rolls for that to happen. First, you gotta pick submission out of, I think, probably like 5-ish options that he's got. 3 other moves, and the X defend. It's got a hit, which it's got, I think, like 80 accuracy. And then it's got a crit. So that's 3 rolls of the dice. It's got to get just right in order for that to happen. It has happened before, and we nearly fainted for it, but you know what? I'm okay with playing those odds. I have definitely played worse odds. I've played my my fair share of XCOM. Of course, in XCOM, you can always just throw explosives at stuff. You don't have to take those shots most of the time. Gotta get that guaranteed damage. That's something I would like to do at some point in my... I don't know if you'd call it like a career, but... at some point in doing this. But I don't think at this point I can really do what I'd want to do with it. I mean, the thing with streaming XCOM is, like, you want to do, like, a name list and have, like, people in the audience in the chat be like, yeah, I'm a soldier and I'm gonna get killed terribly and horribly. But shit, nobody watches this. No one's watching this. So I'm gonna hold off on that until, well, I get good at this. Okay, we did not miss the fly. Wonderful. Lovely. Now, I may never get there. That could certainly happen. There's a good chance that'll never happen. But, you know, if it does, might be something I do. UFO Defense, actually my favorite game of all time. Believe it or not, it's not Pokemon Blue, despite all the hours I put into this. I'm fond of it, for sure, you know, nostalgic for it. But, lest we forget, this game got a 72% review in Nintendo Power when it first came out, which I always find funny in retrospect. This absolutely generation-defining game was actually, on the whole, a little mediocre, if we're being honest. I still love it. You know, I still have a spot in my heart for it, but this isn't like, this isn't Deus Ex. This isn't Thousand Year Door. It's not a... I don't know, what's another universally acclaimed game? I'd say Ocarina of Time, but I think Ocarina is kind of overrated. It's not bad. It's not a bad game. Not at all. It's a wonderful game. It's an important game. But it's not as good a game, even back then, I don't think, as people, you know, make it out to be. That's kind of not a fair thing to Ocarina of Time, because people make it out to be such, you know, a legendary game. Like, the best game ever. I mean, nothing could live up to that. Nothing could. It's not a fair, like, position to put it in. Still a wonderful game. But not nearly as great as people say it is. But it just can't be. It cannot be. Nothing can be. Nothing can be that great. I mean, you can certainly like something that much, but it's hard to argue something is objectively that great. Anyways, on to Big Guy. When he finally decides to shut up. There we go. They all do their spiel every time. Every time, it's the same old spiel. Alright, so we have an extra payday today. Well, I say today. This run-through. Alright, we're just gonna one-shot that Pidgeot, no big deal. It's fine. I didn't want that mirror move. Mercury. Local cat just cannot stop killing. Local cat has the bloodlust. Alright, so up over to Sheridan. Bring out the... whatever this thing's supposed to be. I'm sure it's based on, like, an actual, like, animal. Like an actual prehistoric animal. Wouldn't surprise me. But hell if I know what it is. Alright, so we've got 2 extra paydays. I think we'll use those on Gyarados. And we could use it on Executor. We've got the Poke Fluid if it uses Hypnosis. And Barrage is more just annoying than anything else. But would rather just do it on Gyarados. So, Payday the first. Dragon Rage, nice. Probably one of the better options we could have gotten there. And Payday the second, another crit that we absolutely needed. And then just one more Slash to round things out, I think. Yep, Payday has 0 power points. We will use Slash and take out this Charizard. Lovely. Go ahead and speed through all this dialogue. Ain't nobody got time for that. The money continues to pile up. I'm hoping, eventually... Because right now we're grinding for stat boosters, and each one is like 9,800 a pop. And we need, grand total, like, 240-ish of them for all of our teams. We've got most of them already. 3 out of 4 of our teams have them all applied. So we're just getting them for one more team. So we're most of the way there. The grind for TMs should hopefully not take as long. Just on the napkin math I've done, you know, based on it, it shouldn't take nearly as long as the grind for affording all these stat boosters. Still will take probably a few streams. But it shouldn't be the several months of just slogging through the Elite Four this has been so far for the stat boosters. Okay. Not seen this Dugong use Rest yet. Can actually get a nice little 3-shot on it with Payday if it uses Rest and you don't crit it. At least not on the first 2. Doesn't matter if you crit it on the last hit. It's going down anyways. Aura Beam. Will it drop our attack? It did not. Lovely. Hopefully that doesn't crit. Hopefully we get to see a Super Potion. Nice. I don't think that'll give us an extra hit. Nope, especially not if we crit. But, you know, that's not too bad. It's not too bad of an outcome. I'll take it. Alright, Water Gun. Would have preferred Withdraw. But not to be, I suppose. Not to be. And then one for Jinx. Mercury just walking down the street, giving all of the buskers a payday. gonna slash for the Lapras. It is, in fact, too good. It's actually got a really solid, like, learn set, too. Just through level up, even. It learns Body Slam by level up, it learns Ice Beam by level up, it might learn Blizzard by level up, which is nuts. Confuse Ray, Sing, can obviously learn Surf, I think it learns, like, Hydro Pump as well. But it's just a great Pokemon. It's a solid all-around Pokemon. It's great. I think, generally, its stats, compared to, like, some of the other top-tier Pokemon, can leave a little bit to be desired, but it's just such a solid moveset. And it's got, like, Stab, Ice Beam, and Blizzard, too. Just annihilates dragons. So it earned a spot on our Prime Cup team. The team that's taking on Prime Cup, the Gym Leader Castle, and Mewtwo. Yeah, a lot of really good water types to pick through in Gen 1. You got, of course, Starmie. You've got Slowbro, which is pretty great, with Amnesia, especially. If you get that in, like, Surf and Psychic, and maybe an Ice move as well. That is an absolutely solid Pokemon right there. Especially if you can get a substitute up for it, so it can set up. Pika Cup team is actually kind of funny, because it's got the Slowbro, it's got Venomoth, it's got Victory Bell, it's got Ninetales. And then it's got Kangaskhan and Rhydon. And the strap... Oh, that's the wrong Pokemon. Shit. Shit! Hold on. The strat for that team is basically going to be use Kangaskhan or Rhydon to get up a substitute, swap to something else, and then set up. That's basically the strat with that team. It actually worked out, giving it an extra turn to use the X-Defend. It was my plan all along. 'Twas not a mistake, 'twas my plan the whole time. Certainly, most certainly it was. Now you go out front. I don't know how I mixed those up, but I managed to. I did a good job. I did it. I fucked up, but it all worked out okay. Agatha here is going to show us how a real trainer fights. I'm sure you will, Agatha. I'm sure you will. Throw down a big old wing attack. This fight, we just want to get through it as fast as possible. There's no, like, extra stuff we can do to sweeten the pot. It's just trying to blitz through this old lady as fast as we can. I do like Haunter Sprite, not gonna lie. I think between Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, it does have the best sprite of the three. It's too bad I never want to use it, though, because I always feel like I'm missing out. Because, like, I'm not getting Gengar. I can't get the Gengar. I have to trade for it. And I ain't doing that. Not doing that as part of this playthrough. We did some in-game trades purely to get our Pokedex up to 50 to get the Experience All. We're not using any of them for anything, though. We're not making use of them in battle. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is still in line with the conduct. So I may or may not bring that up as like a quibble. It doesn't actually affect the outcome of how this is going to go. You know, not that I use that EXP all that much. Didn't actually come in all that handy Just because it very slowly goes through each Pokemon getting experience. But, you know, we made our choices. Lance certainly made his choices. That cape? A choice. That hair? A choice. His team lineup? A choice. It's kind of interesting, though. When we get to Stadium, all these gym leaders are going to have 6 Pokemon on their team. Right now, they've only got 5. But in Stadium, you roll with 6. You pick 3, but you roll with 6. Don't remember if you can have duplicates. Don't think you can? Maybe you can. I didn't just out of principle. I decided not to have any duplicates. Even, like, in the same family on my team. So no, like, prior evolutions. It's just all... Like, each family of Pokemon gets 1 representative at most. And that's it. Just for some more variety, you know? Otherwise, you'd see a lot of the same lines of Pokemon. That gets a little stale. I mean, in theory, we should be able to beat Stadium with pretty much any team we go in with. If we really want to. I mean, round 1 especially, I'm not expecting to be all that difficult. We'll see how round 2 goes. But round 1, I'm not too terribly worried about. And I mean, you can certainly beat round 2 with rentals. It's been done. You can do it. And basically, all these Pokemon are going to have an edge on rentals. Yeah, go ahead and use a soft build on that. Why not? May as well. It's going to be crushing, though, if we spent all this time grinding up all these Pokemon. And then the teams just don't work. That's gonna hurt if that happens. I don't think it will. I think we'll be able to at least get through all the fights. Again, I say again, I'm not a Pokemon Stadium expert by any means. But once we're done with these games, we're not going back. Once we're in Stadium, we are in Stadium. Sweet, that's 2 today so far. I will take that very gladly. Alright, throw some coins your way, Mr. Spoon Man. Thinking too, if I ever do like a Stadium 2 kind of run, I might restrict myself from not using any Pokemon or like families that I used in this run, or at least in Stadium. So you have to use, you know, even more all-new Pokemon. It's gonna hurt though, not having like the Eevee line, especially. I think it'd be nice to have like an Umbreon in that kind of setting, just with how the Gen 2 meta kind of is. Or at least, you know, how it is as I understand it. Very much a focus on bulky Pokemon. Having a whole bunch of them leftovers. Oh, we did not get the crit on that. I think we actually did not get the crit on that slash. Wow. You don't see it happen often, but it is possible. It can happen. It happened once on Lorelei's Lapras, and that was really scary. Alright, yes, we're out of payday. So slash. And please, pretty please, get this crit. Especially unlikely given, you know, the Pokemon that's doing it. I mean, Persian's got, you know, an absurd speed. So it's got an absurd, like, base crit rate. Alright, time to head back in. I think maybe do... maybe two more runs of Elite Four today. And some shopping. Got some lunch cooking in the slow cooker. Do not want that to burn. Be absolutely sure it doesn't. Because it's my lunch and the Mrs. dinner. So do not want that to get burned. Gotta prepare like the sides and all that too. First time trying the recipe, so we'll see how it goes. It's like honey garlic chicken thighs. So it's like a little bit darker meat than like a chicken breast. Should be a bit juicier, a bit tastier, I would say. Sweet, we got a rest. So if we don't crit this next payday, it could happen. It did happen, of course. Why would it not? Oh, lovely. Lovely. Beautiful. Yeah, if I do end up not using Pokemon from, you know, this run through in a run through of Gen 2, I did use a little bit of foresight. I did not actually use Slowpoke. Ooh, attack drop. That's rough. Did not no, not Slowpoke. Snorlax. Did not use Snorlax at all for any of these teams. So that would be an option in Gen 2 for us. Like, the best Pokemon in that gen. Pretty much. Right, withdraw. Withdraw! Nice! Because we can't one-shot this Jinx with Payday anymore, so... may as well get what we can out of Slowbro, right? Now, eventually we're going to crit this thing and just kill it. There we go. It's like I knew. Well, I've done this so many times by now. I know how these fights go. I know how these fights tend to go. Now, sometimes they go off the rails, and that's, you know, a little interesting tidbit. But generally speaking, these fights are fairly consistent. I mean, why shouldn't they be? We're at level 100. We're doing just fucking victory laps on the Elite Four, bullying them for their lunch money. Yeah, how dare we? Got $2 grand from that fight. It adds up. It does. It adds up. Especially with how much we're doing it. I mean, we may as well. We may as well. Makes it go by just that little bit faster. Just that little bit. And you know, we could use the speed boost right about now. Goodness gracious, could we use every boost we can get. We will use the boost to get through, as they say. As the good book says, use the boost to get through. Use bombs wisely. Press Z or R twice. That game is over 20 years old now. Bonkers. And they still haven't really made a good follow-up to it. You know, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to go ahead and say it, with how much Namco has been collaborating with Nintendo over the years, like with Smash Bros. And stuff, why won't they let Project Aces make a Star Fox game? Let them do it. Let them have something with that IP. It's probably not going to be like, you know, most Star Fox games, but it'll probably be something good. It'll probably be something fun. Give them the reins. You let Rare do it. You let Rare make a Star Fox game. You could let Project Aces make one. Miyamoto, you coward. You know, that's another series I have to get back to at some point. Ace Combat. I think last year I did a run-through of Ace Combat 4. I pretty much 100%ed that game. Got through, went through hard, I think very hard and Ace are the difficulty levels, or something like that. Got S ranks on all of those. Got all the aces. Like, I completely beat that game. Gotta decide if I want to do, like, 5 or something, how I want to do that. Maybe do, like a single plane run-through. Only using, like, one type of plane, or, like, one family of planes. Gotta use the A6. I mean, like, something like the F-18 would probably be the best choice for that. Just because it's so versatile. Gotta decide, too, if that's something I'd want to stream or do, like, a video series of. That one I think I might do lean more towards a stream. Alright. Will we see a whiff? A whiff of the old brimstone. Nope. Lovely. Sweet. I like it. I enjoy it greatly. We are running right along. Hold on. Yep, you're in front. Good. A bit of a brain fart there. Alright, Lance, just a couple more runs. Just a little bit more today, and then you're done. I don't know if I do 7, what I would do for that. So I don't want to do, like, the obvious thing, like, oh, I'm gonna play through Ace Combat and only use the guns. Just because, you know, that's something everyone does at some point. Well, not everyone, but that's a fairly common, like, conduct for that game. I don't just want to throw myself on top of the pile of, like, oh, aren't I special? I'm doing a gun run of Ace Combat. You know, I'm sure it's difficult to do. Not that it isn't, you know, a worthy challenge. I'm sure it is, but it's like, it's the obvious choice. I'd prefer not to just do the obvious choice. I want to do something to make it special. I'm not sure what, though. Alright, here's Hyper Beam. How much is it going to do? Oh, it's going to crit! It did a whole 63 damage on a crit. Wait, no. 73 on a crit. Excuse me. That is the wrong Pokemon. I got confuzzled. Mirror match. No, no. No mirror match. Damn it, I know about type advantages. Damn you, Hop. Are we gonna get a death by 1,000 cuts? Nope. Lovely. It's okay. It's okay. We got back on the rails. We are officially re-railed. Now, I believe we might have actually reached our ideal number of paydays. We have, so we can just slash this Dragonite and be done with it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Can't believe your dragon's lost. How could it happen? Big Guy is the real Pokemon League champion. You're hashtag not my champ. Yeah, I think if I do Ace Combat 5, I would lean towards something like just only using one specific plane. So I don't think I want to do another like 100% run of an Ace Combat game. Getting all the S ranks and all the aces, and I feel like that was just a little too much. Alright, this is Sky Attack. Go ahead and say goodnight to Pidgeot. Unfortunate we didn't get a mirror move, but c'est la vie. Yeah, I was actually getting a little burned out on that Ace Combat run near the end. Or the Ace Combat 4 run, I should specify. Just because it was the same, like... How many missions are in that? Like 20, 21 missions? Some of which I had to do over and over again for like the S rank or the Ace or whatever. I mean, they're fun games, and I feel like the 4 in particular is a little drier, I guess, a little more down to earth than the ones in the future. Like the story in 5 is kind of bonkers at times. 7 gets pretty bonkers. As far as I know, 0 is an absolute meme of a game. I actually have to pick up a copy of that at some point. I actually do have 4 and 5, like, PS2 discs of them that I burned into ISO files that I ran the game off of. I actually used my real discs to make ISO files that I used to play those games, or that game. Alright, so I think we'll see about doing one more run of the Elite Four. Then doing some shopping. And going to see how the chicken is progressing. The most esteemed chicken. Usually I like to poach my chicken. I was raised on a very steady diet of dry chicken. Dry, overcooked chicken. So, discovered poaching. I never looked back, but, I figure the slow cooker can make some decent stuff. We'll see how it goes. Looking forward to trying it. Do gotta make sure I have enough time to, make the sides I want to do. I'm thinking like some mashed potatoes and maybe like some stuffing would be fun. We'll see how it goes. Go ahead and use Payday on the Dugong. Rest! Wonderful. That is the move I want to see, starting this fight off with. Alright, no crit. Beautiful. It's always nice, too, with the slow cooker especially, just walking down the stairs and, like, smelling it as you're coming down. Oof. That's nice. That is nice. That's not so nice. Alright, we didn't get the attack drop, though, so we're pretty okay. Super Potion? Nope. No such luck. Are we gonna get the max roll on this? Not quite. Not quite the max. I gotta make sure, too, before I end this run in blue, that I track down all the PP ups. So I definitely do want to make use of those. There's a few mons, especially that I think, Oh, you bastard. Can I just use the Super Potion? Had to be a dick and use it at the last possible moment. Oh, well. It's fine. It's fine. We can work with it. Can't wait to blow all this money on, like, not even 20 stat boosters. The prices are really nuts on these things. I mean, they're just nuts. We are slowly, but surely, making our way towards our final purchases. Alright. Salutations, Bruno, master of the hoo-ha. Gentleman of the hoo-ha. Imagine that being your title. Imagine how absolutely charmed your life would have to have that be your title, and, like, have it be taken seriously. That'd be a fun life, I think. A fun life to lead. Alright, so we slash the Hitmonchan, and throw money at the Hitmonlee. Hitmonchan, unfortunately, cannot be consistently one-shot, and I do not want to chance one of those elemental punches. They are nasty. Now, granted, I don't think getting burned would be all that bad. It would actually let us use more paydays, because it lowers your attack. And if we need to use Slash, it ignores the stat change. I think it ignores the attack drop from getting burned on a critical hit. But, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, no thank you. We're getting, some running commentary from special guest Thunder. Didn't know it was actually raining. Oh, it is raining, yep. Hopefully the computer doesn't explode. That could happen, right? That could happen. Glad I'm using wireless headphones in these sorts of situations. Alright, Agatha. One more time. One more time for today. Then you can go and get some rest, sleep off your stroke. Right, throw down the wing attack. Use Wing Attack, just empties a bucket of chicken wings on its head. You gotta reanimate every Pokemon move and make it, like, incorrect. Like, Wing Attack is dumping chicken wings on something. I'm not skilled at all in the visual arts, so would not be something for me to do. No, I would be the ever common, ever present idea guy, who is full of, you know, great ideas, but doesn't know the first fucking thing about implementing anything. So, you know, just give me all the credit because I had the idea. I didn't do any of the work to, you know, see it realized, but I had the idea, and that counts for something, right? Alright, we have not missed a single fly today. That makes me quite happy. I'm sure you can tell from my tone of voice. Alright, moving on. We are already back at Lance. And time just flies by, don't it? Go ahead and swamp you to the front. Gonna have a nice chunk of change to spend on our performance-enhancing drugs. Hello, Lance! Ah, you heard about me, nobody. You heard about me, nobody. You have heard about nobody. I know there's various, like, joke names you can give characters in games, like I Farted, or My Dude. But I think nobody's my favorite. I feel like there's something kind of aspirational to it, you know? It's like, oh, nobody can do this. Well, then become nobody. It's simple. Become nobody. Then you can do it. Or die trying. So I gravitate towards, holy shit, that's a lot. Yeah, you use that Hyper Potion. Yeah. Oh! Oh! That hurts. That hurt. Oof. That's a Gen 1 miss right there. Hyper Beam also did 34 damage. That is less than Dragon Rage. Oh, that Gen 1 miss on Payday, though. Oh! Oh! Ow! That hurts. Now, funny thing then, we're actually at 3 power points on Payday, so we can just use Slash for this and the Dragonite. Not the Aerodactyl, though. We're going to swamp to the correct Pokemon for Aerodactyl. Is that another Gen 1 miss? Okay, that one wasn't. Wow, that's some pretty bad luck. I'm pretty sure that is a Gen 1 miss. I think Surf has 100 accuracy. 2 in the same fight. That's unlucky. Don't you dare think about missing this Slash, by the way. Don't you dare. Don't do it. Do not. I forbid it. And don't fail to get a crit either. There you go. Crisis averted. Crisis cord. Like an apple. Alright, let's get in there and finish this for today. You're hashtag not my champion. Ugh. Yeah, unlike Big Guy, I did all my research on what Pokemon I wanted before I started the game. I have a spreadsheet. I put too much thought into this. Or perhaps not enough. Ah, the full restore, okay. Sky attack, alright. You're almost done for the day. Go ahead and slash and surf everything. Hopefully not miss. Give me one moment. I shall return. Alright, moving on. Really now? Really now? Gotta love those Gen 1 misses. It's okay, we're almost done. Not swapping. We're slashing all the way home. Alright, and that's Big Guy down for the last time today. Now it's time for shopping! Some shopping in the big city. Lovely. Hello, Hatman. What do we want to buy today? Let's see. Got our HP ups. Protein, maybe? Protein today. Yes. Hello, Shopkeep. Give me all the protein. What can we afford today? Got a decent chunk of change in our wallet. 21. It's impressive. That is impressive. Making our way. We are making our way. I like that. All the effort for today. All the money we acquired. All the battles we fought. We blew it all on those 21 proteins. All of it's gone. We get to do it all over again next time. Go ahead and get prepped for that. Go ahead and heal up. It's the important first step to challenging the Elite Four. Would not do to go on with without any power points on payday. We shall go ahead, go down a big old save next to Lorelei. At just over 169 hours. Next time that number goes up. Hopefully so do our funds. Until then.